let's begin with the 1952 fiscal year budget. With hostilities in Korea still continuing and the implementation of NSC 68 across the globe, the U.S. Navy sees its budget increase by another $4 billion to $16.7 billion. $2 billion alone is dedicated to ship modifications and new ship construction. The heart of this construction sees the approval from Congress to build the new supercarrier and the world's first nuclear-powered submarine, both central to the Navy's future force structure. More mothball ships also make it into the fleet. With this, the fleet grows by many ships. It increases by 1 battleship, 2 fleet carriers, 1 light carrier, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 37 destroyers, 18 destroyer escorts, 21 submarines, 23 minesweepers, and 40 auxiliary ships. Manpower jumps from 790,000 to 825,000. 1952. The Korean War continues. On January 11th, ships of Task Force 95 and aircraft of Task Force 77 begin a sustained offensive against North Korea's coastal rail network under the codenames Project Package and Project Derail. On January 30th, Vice Admiral Lynn McCormick is named NATO's first Supreme Allied Commander Atlantic. February 50th, as 45 North Korean small boats attempt to capture the islands off the coast of Songjin, North Korea, the destroyer USS Shelton and destroyer minesweeper USS Etiquette join the New Zealand frigate Taupo in breaking up the attack with gunfire. April 21st, while providing naval gunfire in support of operations in Korea, a turret explosion on board the cruiser USS Paul kills 30 crewmen. 5 days later, on April 26th, in one of the worst operational accidents at sea since World War II, the aircraft carrier USS Wasp and the destroyer minesweeper USS Hobson collide in the North Atlantic. Hobson is cut in half and goes down quickly, taking the skipper and 176 of her crew with her. On June 14th, the Navy's atomic era is born as the keel of the submarine USS Nautilus is laid down at the Electric Boat Company in Gorham, Connecticut. Once commissioned in 1954, the submarine becomes the first nuclear-powered vessel in the world. On June 23rd and 24th, in a series of airstrikes that are the largest since the end of World War II, Navy, Marine, and Air Force aircraft attacked the hydroelectric plants at Suyo, Chosin, Busan, and Kyosin, North Korea. It's the summer of election year 1952, and both presidential candidates are in full campaign mode. Running for the Democratic nomination was Adlai Stevenson, and for the Republican nomination was Dwight D. Eisenhower. The nation will be consumed with this campaign race for the next 4 months. On July 14th, 2 years after the forced cancellation of the supercarrier United States, the keel is laid for the Navy's first official supercarrier, the USS Forrestal. It is named after the late James Forrestal, who played a pivotal role for the Navy just after World War II. August 6th, a hangar deck fire on board the USS Boxer operating off Korea kills 8 crewmen, but does not require the carrier to withdraw from the combat zone. On August 13th, with his company under attack while defending a hill well forward of the main line, Hospital Corpsman John Kilmer braves enemy fire while moving from position to position to treat the wounded. He continues his work despite being hit by mortar fragments. While treating a wounded Marine, he shields the man from enemy fire with his own body and is mortally wounded. He receives the Medal of Honor posthumously for his actions. On April 28th, Guided Missile Unit 90 attacked a railroad bridge at Hongdae, North Korea, launching an explosive-laden F-6F drone from the carrier USS Boxer. On September 1st, U.S. Navy forces, including the carriers USS Midway and USS Franklin Roosevelt and Battleship Wisconsin, joined ships of other Allied nations participating in Operation Mainbrace in the North Atlantic, NATO's first major naval exercise. September 3rd, the first firing of a Sidewinder air-to-air missile occurs at the Naval Ordnance Test Station in California. On September 5th, during a night attack against elements of the 1st Marine Division in Korea, Hospital Corpsman Edward Benford leaves his protected position and advances to an exposed ridgeline to ascertain the condition of 2 Marines huddled in a bomb crater. He unhesitatingly grabs 2 enemy grenades that land in the crater and charges 2 incoming enemy soldiers, pushing the grenades in their chests and killing them. Benford is mortally wounded and is awarded the Medal of Honor posthumously. On On September 16th, the destroyer USS Barnes strikes a mine while operating in the waters some 90 miles off the coast of Wonsan, North Korea, killing 5 members of her crew. October 9th, Cherokee strikes, so named because of the Native American ancestry of 7th Fleet Commander Vice Admiral Joseph Clark, commenced with a carrier aircraft striking targets along the front lines that are beyond the range of United Nations artillery. On October 15th through the 17th, dubbed Operation Decoy, 100 UN ships, including 6 carriers, 4 cruisers, 30 destroyers, and the battleship USS Iowa, combined with amphibious ships to perform fake amphibious landings at Wonsan Harbor. This successfully draws enemy troops away from the front line to try and prevent another Incheon from taking place. October 28th, the XA-3D-1 Sky Warrior, the largest aircraft to ever operate from the deck of an aircraft carrier, and the long-lived design that operates into the 1980s, makes its first flight. Though initially designed as a nuclear strike aircraft, the aircraft known as the Whale also serves multiple capacities over its life on the carrier. November 3rd, the missile test ship USS Norton Sound launches a Regulus assault missile off the coast of California in the missile system's first shipboard demonstration. On November 6th, in a landslide election, Dwight D. Eisenhower is voted in as the next president of the United States. His presidential term will start the following February. November 18th, 7 Soviet MiG-15 fighters approach Task Force 77, which is launching strikes against North Korea from the waters near the Soviet naval base at Vladivostok. 3 F-9F Panthers of VF-781 Flying Cap engage a Soviet fighter jet, shooting down 2 of them and damaging a 3rd. On December 4th, the XS-2F-1 Tracker, prototype of the first carrier-based aircraft designed specifically for anti-submarine warfare, makes its first flight. Click here for the next episode of the series. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button. This is U.S. military history.